Hey guys, now that they've announced what kind of treatments for the Final Fantasy cards are coming out and what the serialized card is, along with the neon ink chocobos, we also know the percentages of how often you're going to see certain types of art treatments in both play boosters and collector boosters. I want to take a look at what what can you actually get in a collector booster, and is it worth it, in my opinion, to actually buy and open collector boosters. Now, I think the first thing you have to think about is, if you're gonna buy a collector booster or booster box, are you doing it because you're gonna open it to crack packs? Are you chasing the neon ink chocobos? Are you chasing that serialized card? Or are you buying a collector booster because you want to hold it in hopes that it goes up into the multiple thousands, like maybe like the Lord of the Rings collector booster, although it's already sitting at 700. But what is the reason why you're buying the collector booster? Or are you just collecting it, right? You're a huge Magic the Gathering fan, or you're a huge Final Fantasy fan. I understand that there are some people who want to collect one of each collector booster box for every single set, and that's really cool. I think that's awesome. I missed that. I missed the mark on that. I'm not going to go back and buy the old collector boxes now that they're, some of them are like in the over $1,000. But if you have been doing that, and if that's your goal, that's awesome, and definitely go for it. But yeah, let's take a look at this article that Wizards put out. They do this for every single set now. Collecting. I think they've done it for all the sets before, but collecting the set, and they just talk about all the treatments and everything like that. But I want to just focus on what can you actually get in a collector box that you cannot get in a play box. Now, here's the caveat, right? And one of my viewers commented in my other video is that the percentages, while you can get almost everything in a play box, the percentages are much lower, like 0.9% or something like that, like the artist rares. So for the non-foil rare or mythic rare Final Fantasy artist rare, it's 0.5%. So half a percent in the play boosters, whereas in the collector boosters, they're 1.9%. So that's like 4 times more likely to get one of these artist rares. And I think the artist rares are, if I'm not mistaken, is it like one of the ones with like the special artist drawing, like one of these? Is this an artist rare? Yeah, borderless Final Fantasy artist cards. So these are the artist rares, mythics. So although you can get them in play boosters, they're 4 times more likely to appear in the collector boosters. So anyway, let's go back and talk about what can you get. So really, it's really simple. It's really short. You basically can only get in the collector booster. The only thing that's specific to the collector booster that's not in the play booster is obviously the serialized traveling chocobo. Any of the neon ink chocobos, so the black one, the pink one, the green one, the blue one, and I think it's like the yellow one. See this stuff, the borderless artist cards, right? This is another one of the artist cards. You can get in the play boosters, but they're 4 times less likely in the play booster, but you can still get them. Same with these, the Through the Ages. These are like the special guest cards. You can also get them in the play boosters. I wonder what's the percentage on that. Let's see if we can find that really quickly. Okay, right here. So this is the play box. In 1/3 of the play boosters, one of these cards will be replaced by a card from the Through the Ages bonus sheet. So 1/3. So that means it's going to be about 3 per box, right? 30 packs per box. And in 1/3 of them, so 3 per box, you'll get Through the Ages. You can receive an uncommon 63% of the time, rare 29% of the time, mythic 7% of the time. So I mean, I don't have the math. I'm not able to do the math really quickly on the spot, right? But if you're only getting 3 and 63% of the time, it's going to be an uncommon. So right? So you're going to need to open dozens of boxes in order to hit a mythic rare, or many boxes to hit one mythic rare. Or if you're trying to get a specific mythic rare, that's going to be really, really tough. The rares, so it's 29%. So potentially could get one per box for a rare. So that's really interesting. It seems like it's going to be low, but I think there's going to be so much product, so many play boosters cracked open for this set that even though it is low, they'll be bountiful, So in the collector box, these through the ages, I think it's one per pack, right? Yeah, 15 cards. And then there's one per pack, and the percentage is even lower, 6%, but then you have 12 chances per box, and traditional full is 50% of the time. So I think there's gonna be a bunch opened. So it's really the artist rares where it is 0.5% in the play box. But again, you can get through the ages in the play box. So it is the serialized chocobo, the neon ink chocobo, and then it is this date secret rendezvous date card. So you can only get the Tifo one in the commander decks, okay? And actually, it does not come in the play boosters because this is a commander product. But you can in the collector booster, you can get the other ones. So the Yuffie one, the Aerith, and the Barrett. You can get that only in the collector booster box, collector packs. Obviously, the gift bundle comes with one collector pack. So because you're opening a collector pack, you can get that in the gift bundle. And any of the alternate art commander cards are going to be only available in collector boosters. So like this one, the Cloud X Soldier with the Roman numeral 7 in background, and then the other variations of any of the other legendary characters. The alt arts are only going to be available in the collector booster, but you can get the regular version in the commander decks. So given that is the case, okay, and let's see where are the prices landing right now. The play booster boxes continue to rise in price, which is really, really wild. They're currently sitting at 170, over 170. 233 boxes here, and this is 172. So interesting thing is, again, don't forget when you buy on TCG Player, so if they're charging $11 for shipping, that's the price for it. Doesn't matter how many boxes you're buying. So if you're buying 233 boxes from this seller, you're only going to be charged that shipping one time of $11. So you're going to be getting the boxes for $161 plus the $11 shipping. But if you're buying 200 boxes, each box is going to basically be like $161. So, so where were we? Right. So we were talking about the price. So yeah, the price of this is going up like crazy. It's already hit 170. There was an announcement that like even the play boxes are being allocated. Don't worry too much. If you want to play it early, if you want it now, yeah, it's really expensive. The reprints are coming, guaranteed. They are not going to let this be short printed because they want people to play the game and get the product. This is not a limited print for the number of years, while it is in print, which I believe is at least 2 years, potentially 3 years. So in the next like 3 to 6 months, I think the price will continue to rise. I think this could hit close to 200 because the MSRP on the play boxes is actually 210, I believe. So I think it could get to MSRP ish, like around $200. I think the reprint will hit around 6 months from now, or by the holiday time, maybe a little earlier, 4, 5, 6 months from now. Let's think about like Thanksgiving, November time. I think the reprints will hit. We're going to see this come back to about 150. So, if you missed it and you can wait, I would wait for the reprints at this point. But if you really want to play it, pick up one box or one box to play, but don't buy more than what you need at this time. Don't be buying this at 170 plus just to hold, because you can just wait a little bit and you'll be able to get this around 150 again for the play boosters. But it's just the demand is just insane. And because the demand is so insane, there's going to be a lot of product open. So yeah, a low chance of getting the artist rares, 0.5%, and you only get 3 per play booster box, but there's going to be a lot open. So we'll really just have to see how many of these artist mythics go on the market. eventually. All right. And another thing, the collector booster box. Right. So after last Saturday's announcement, prices spiked. We're sitting at over $700 right now and rising. Um, I think this is just gonna be what it is, right? It's gonna go to 1,000. It's gonna go over 1,000. Um, Even though it's probably not worth buying it unless you're doing it for the reasons I mentioned in the beginning, right? So if you think about it, you are not gonna get a serialized chocobo. You may get a neon ink chocobo, but you're gonna spend $800+ to open a box, and you might get one, but you probably won't get a neon ink one. And how much are those neon ink ones even gonna go for? We don't know, right? It's gonna be a couple $100 each, at least. It's gonna definitely be over 100, probably over 200 each. There's probably gonna be one or two that are more sought after, maybe the black Japanese one, or whatever the case is, and those could be $300, $400, $500, $600. But there's gonna be the less popular ones. Maybe there's a yellow one, which will probably sit in like 100, somewhere between $100 and $200. So if you really want that one, I would just buy the single, because it's not worth paying $800+ and not getting one. You probably could have gotten 2 or 3 of them depending on their prices, or one, like the Chase one, and the only other thing you're really going to be able to get is the Commander alt art cards, and a higher chance of getting the artist cards. But let's realistically, if you want those artist cards, just buy the singles. So why are you opening collector booster boxes? Why? Really just to chase that serialized card. Otherwise, don't open a collector booster box. If you want to collect it and keep it sealed because you just want to collect it, go for it. Buy it. If you want to buy it with the anticipation or hopes that it increases in value over time to resell, definitely go for it and do that. But if you're buying it to open it, it's a huge gamble, very risky. 99%, probably more, you're not going to make your money back on it, is what I'm calling. Like, I just don't see it unless you hit a bunch of these neon ink chocobos or the serialized chocobo. I don't even think the alt art Commander cards are going to be worth that much. Certainly not enough to make the value of opening the collector booster box worth it. So anyway, that's my thoughts. I do not think it's worth opening the collector booster box. If you're collecting or quote unquote investing in it, definitely go ahead. That's fine. And yeah, I mean, I'm really interested to see the price of the serialized chocobo. I think it's going to be in the tens of thousands. The one ring, which is one of 100, is currently sitting at around like 50,000. This one is even fewer because there's only 77 of them. I'm not sure what's more popular, Lord of the Rings or Final Fantasy. I think it's Lord of the Rings, but I don't know what's more popular in terms of Magic the Gathering or trading cards. So I don't know if it's going to surpass the 50,000 mark, but even if it's not as popular and that one ring is sitting at 50,000, there's no way that this chocobo is going to be less than 10,000, because Edgar Markov from Innistrad Remastered, the serialized one, which is one of 500, is like 2,000, 2,500 or something like that. So the chocobo is definitely going to be, I think, over 10,000, and I will not be surprised to see it above 25, 30,000. And then there's going to be the certain numbers which that are going to be more sought after or more valuable. It's probably going to be number 1, number 7, number 69, and number 77, keeping in theme with the Final Fantasy 7 theme. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. What do you think about opening the booster boxes? Do you think it's worth it? Are you going to be opening any? And we'll check in on the price of these items in the coming weeks. But Final Fantasy is really wild. The demand is really, really high. I cannot believe these play boxes are going for $170 now, which is just mind-blowing. It's so expensive. Magic the Gathering is so expensive now.